What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 2300 Gear Jammer channel, Monsoon Edition. I haven't insulated since I put the new roof up, so it might be kind of loud. I'm gonna do my best. I tried to start really early this morning to beat the rain. But it's already 6 a.m. when I'm doing this, so I'm just gonna jump into it and let's get straight to the most important thing today. Wipers. All right, not that. When I got to the shop yesterday morning, the floor underneath the car was completely covered in water. So I found 2 out of the 3 fittings on the water pump. That's not a good average. 2 of the 3 were leaking, and the threads seemed to be fine. I took them apart. They were tight, but I took them apart, cleaned the threads a little bit, put more sealant on it, put it back together, and it's holding water now. But it made me wonder, what would you do in my situation? Would you tell the world that it leaked? Or would you just glaze over it and pretend like it didn't happen? Put that in the comments. Put yes if you would have said anything, and put no if you think you're perfect. Alright, that was all the cooling system that I messed up in the last video. So since then, I degreed the cam, and we're going to run this one at 108 degrees intake centerline. Check the cam timing video for that stuff. I did plugs, tightened the turbo down. Everything that's on the engine is pretty tight now. So I'm going to start at the back of the car. We'll do drive shaft, shifter, clutch cable, and I can tighten the engine mounts down. I wait to tighten the engine mounts down until everything that's on the engine is tight. This engine's got to sit in a really exact spot. I got a few questions about the engine location. So I run a stock 87 2.3 Mustang mount, and I cut the center section out of it and get rid of all the isolator part, and then just weld the top half to the bottom half. And that lowers the engine about 1.5 inches. And then there's 2 sets of holes in the K-member. So I've tried them both, but right now I'm running the engine in the rear set of holes that is, it's back about 2 inches. So it puts the engine down 1.5 inches and back about 2 inches. And you can still get the valve cover off, and you can still get the cylinder head off. So that works out pretty good. Basically, I'm trying to get everything else done that needs to be set up before I try to start it. And we're going to get it up to that point, and then I'll do a separate video for an idle video. And when I do that video, I'm going to answer every question that I can possibly get to. So put in the comments if you got questions about the car, put it in the comments, and I'll try to get it when I do the idle video. Here we go. All right, basic parts. Cast slip yoke, because billet's expensive. This is a 3.5 inch diameter aluminum drive shaft that is 44 inches center to center. 1350 solid U-joints. And I've got these slick U-joint caps, and that way you don't have to deal with the forward flat flanges. And it's in. That's just a standard drive shaft loop. And here it is. And I do run a 4-magnet collar that goes around the rear yoke. That makes it way easier to see what the clutch is doing when you compare it to RPM. We'll get into that stuff as we get going down the track. The only hole anywhere in the floor firewall, we're going to put the shifter in that big ugly spot right there. Test run. Perfect. Next, stock cable clutch for Mustang. Nothing of mine is hydraulic, except the dually, Ranger, bucket truck, all the Thunderbirds. I guess they're all hydraulic except the Mustangs. Anyway, the way these McLeod clutches work is as the engine RPM goes up, the fingers with the counterweight swing towards the release bearing, so it tightens up. So you gotta leave a little gap in there, and not quite this much. I will have to tighten it up, but it helps you visualize what I gotta do. The catch can was on the Ranger, so. Ooh. Oh no. Alright. Well. This is definitely playing with it. Yeah. going to put a timing light on it now and do cranking timing. So I won't try to start it. All the injectors are unhooked. I'll just crank the engine over and see where timing is at. I took the cam angle sensor out of the other engine, marked it, and put it in exactly the same spot. It's probably pretty close. It might actually run where it's sitting, but I'll do cranking timing, see where it's at, tweak it a little bit if I need to. Yeah. All right, cranking timing is now at... Why don't they have exhaust? It's a Purple Ranger. All right, I moved the cranking timing. It was at 5 degrees. I moved it to 20, and I still haven't hooked the laptop to it. I may do that before we try to start it. It was running and nothing really changed on the engine, so we'll see. Timing is where it should be now. I don't know. I gotta look, think about it for a few minutes, see what's next. I think it'll run just like it sits. I'm gonna leave it alone and go get this video up. It gives you time to get your questions ready. Put those in the comments, or you can send them to @2300GearJammer on Instagram. I will do my best. That's it for now. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.